What's going on, cronies? Cab Burglar back with you. Happy Sunday. Let's get right into it. Recap from yesterday. Chicago Sky. They stink. Obviously, that pick was horrible. They did not play very well. We lost that one. Um, Atkins over 15 and a half points was another loss. And Aaliyah Boston under 28 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. We did win that one. So a 1-2 day. Obviously, the last couple days, 0-3 and 1-2. So 1-5 has not been very well or very good. So we need to bounce back here. Got a couple picks for you today. Obviously, game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight. I said that I didn't have a play in that, but I've changed that. So let's get into the NBA. Looks like the spread opened at 10.5. You can get a 10.5 at Bet 105. Looks like there's some 11s out there at Bet Online and Bet US, and a 10.5 at Bovada. I don't really like the spread. If I had to lean here, I'd probably lean Indiana. Just it's such a big number. I think the books are laying this because they're assuming like Oklahoma City's going to bounce back and play really well. Obviously, Indiana is playing with house money since they got game 1 and stole home court advantage at this point, no matter what happens tonight. But what I'm doing is I'm going over 228. It opened at 227.5, 228, and here's my logic behind that. Last game went to, I don't remember exactly what the score was. It was like 211 or 111 to 110. So it went to 221. It was incredibly low scoring first quarter of that game. Even the halftime wasn't very high. But both these teams can score the ball. I think they're going to figure some things out. They've had a few days to practice now. I think both are very good defensive teams, but I do think like scoring the ball is going to become easier, knowing that they have game 1 and the jitters are somewhat out of their system, because that game started the other night, game 1, very slow, and they still got to 221. So do I think they get to 227.5? Yeah, I do. Or excuse me, 228? I do. So I'm playing the over here, 228. I know I played the over last game and it lost, but I'm doing it again. I just think it goes over the total. The line's moving that way. Do I wish I could have got 227.5? Sure, but I'm not sweating the half point because I can get a 228 at Bet 105 right now. So that will be one of my plays. Let's go on the WNBA. So there's 2 games on the card today. We got Connecticut and Washington early. Looks like at 2. Opened at 105, up to 7.5. I do like this at 7. It looks like you can get a couple 7s. So I do like Washington at 7. I know Connecticut's been playing pretty well, but I am going to take Washington minus 7 here to cover. The Minnesota-Dallas game, this is the 3rd time these guys have already played. Paige Beckers is back, but she has been out now for 2 or 3 games. So I don't know how well she's going to play. I don't really have a take. This is a big line. I don't like these big lines like this. So I won't have a play in here. No props or anything. Nothing that I saw. So that's kind of where I am with the picks today. Guys, when you have a few bad days in a row, it's probably good time to scale down 1 to 2 picks, and that's what I'm doing here. Trying to get ahead, maybe have a 2-0 day today and then build upon that. I'm confident with my picks, but I don't see anything on the board today that's a lock and load or anything along those lines. Obviously, if I did, I would be telling you guys. But just important, and when you're going through a little bit of a losing streak like we all do, to take a step back and be like, hey, scale down the games, get a couple wins under your belt, then move on, because once you have a few 2, 3, 4 bad days, which we've only had 2, you start you know, basically not double, second guessing yourself on picks and some of that kind of stuff. So, anyways, I'm not going to go into all that, but we have 2 picks today. We have Washington -7. Looks like you can get -7 at BetOnline and BetUS in Circa. So we're going to go with that number. And over 228 in the Indiana Pacers Oklahoma City Thunder game. Those are my only 2 plays. Let's cash these tickets, guys. Good luck on your bets.